there, my name is Sarah, or as all of you don't know, or give a flip flapjack cracker about. My name is Bobbert Black, or Bobbert, or Bobber, or Bobby, or Bob. You can call me any of those names, and we should be golden. So today, I'm going to show you guys some of my alternate arts that are in different languages, obviously illustrated by Saya Saruda, and I'm just going to go over some of the prices of them. Just so that people that way people know how much I paid for my cards. My collection, I believe, is not that expensive. However, I have so many cards. Like, it's not bad, but I do have a lot of Pokemon cards that I should sell. However, I haven't sold them, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some of the cards I will definitely not be selling. Okay, so first off, we're going to start off with the Greedent V alternate art from Fusion Strike, number 257 out of 264. And this card, I believe I bought off of eBay. Let me go ahead and pull up the price. I paid $12.49 for this. I was super happy to get it. I got it on March 4th of this year, and honestly, I'm not bothered if there are print lines that I can see. I can't see any print lines, so I mean, I could care less if I do have print lines. Some of the cards I'm going to show you guys do have print lines, and honestly, I don't care for them. When I do get my cards, I really don't care if they're going to get a PSA 10 or like a great, fantastic grade. What I care about more, if anything, is about just about the card art. I care about the artist. I love the artist. I appreciate the artwork that they've done. And yeah, so let us continue. Next, we have a Chinese Greedent V. And I believe it was from Jet Black Poltergeist. And let me see how much I paid for this card. The card price that I paid was only, oh yeah, it's still the same. It's still the same price. It's $18.99. And yeah, definitely love the card quality of Chinese cards. They're very nice. They have similar quality, but they have a different back compared to Japanese. But also you can see like the edge wear up there, which is fine with me. I could care less about that. Again, I'm only collecting the card art. I don't care for a grade, but I do want to get them graded eventually for like sequential certs, because I'm a nerd and I love that kind of stuff. And I don't need I don't need crazy grades. I don't need like PSA 10s, PSA 9s. I don't need a high grade. I like to get them slabbed up to protect them from my Dorito fingers. Next up, we have a Thai Greedent V, and I will be pulling up the price right now, but let me just pull this card out of the sleeve. And I believe this card does have a few print lines. I'm trying to see if you can see them. And then it has, yeah, there's some like card quality issues, but that's okay. Get off. It's like a hangnail, but I could care less. Let's see. Yeah, you can see like on the corners and stuff, but yeah, there's a print line right here. And then I believe there's a print line towards the bottom, but I honestly can't find it, which is fine with me. And I paid, let me see how much I paid. I paid $16.99 for this card, which I'm not bothered by. A lot of my cards, it depends on which card I buy, because like the one thing in our hobby is that we if we buy a card for a high price, yeah, that's on you, because sometimes like the prices will drop. And yeah, that's like one thing that I do is like I try not to buy cards that are very expensive unless they're very hard to find and they're very rare. So like as an example, there are some Jump Festa promos I would like to add to my collection. However, the some of those cards go for up to $200, and so that is up to me whether I want to pay that price or not, because as a collector, sometimes we are the people who give value to the cards that we would like to add to our collection. Next up, we have our Japanese Greedent V, and I believe that is a print line up there. Yes, and then we have some silvering up here, and I think there might be another print line, but I can't see it. But overall, the card, oh, I think I see it now. Yeah, it's right there. It's right here by my thumbnail. But yeah, I could care less. I just want to collect these cards because they just... Saya Tsuruta is an amazing artist. I mean, you could collect whatever artist you enjoy. I just enjoy collecting Saya Tsuruta and Kanako Io. They are two of my favorite artists. I enjoy a lot of other artists. However, these are probably some of my main ones. Oh yeah, the card price. My bad. Let me go ahead and pull that up. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, okay. So I paid $16.79 for it. And yeah, I was super happy to have it for that price, because I believe it's gotten a lot more high. It's gotten a little bit more expensive. That was a purchase I made this year? No, last year. That's a purchase I made last year, which I was super happy to have made. I could care less about the biscuits and booty cheeks. I could care less about the print lines. Next up, we have our Greedent Korean Greedent V. And you can see there are two print lines on this one. And honestly, the card quality is not that much. You can see that the card quality is not too similar to Japanese print quality. It just doesn't look as clean, in my personal opinion. It's nice. I'm not going to deny that. It is a nice quality. However, let's go ahead and do a side-by-side comparison when it comes to Korean and Japanese. And it looks nice, but it doesn't look as nice as the Japanese in my eyes. But it looks nice. It's not, yeah. It's just what's your personal preference. If you enjoy Japanese collecting, well, that's cool. I also enjoy Japanese collecting. I enjoy multi-language collecting. And it's one of my favorite hobbies. And if you enjoy it, let me turn this little sticky thingy out so I can put it back into wherever it was. I honestly didn't find this card with the others. I was wondering where it went. I was like, oh no, I've lost the Korean Greedent. Which reminds me, how much did I pay for this one? I believe I paid like $18 for this card. Oh, I paid 20. I paid 20. Or did I? I believe I paid 18 though. I think the guy cut me a deal for like $2 off, which I was fine with, because sometimes you can find the cards you want, sometimes you can't. That's literally one thing. And next up, we have our Blissey line. This Blissey was a gift from one of my friends when I went to my very first Collecticon in Texas. The the Collecticon I went to was the first one for DFW, and I was gifted this by one of my friends named Jack, also known as PNW Trading, I believe, on Instagram. Such a great guy. I was so happy when he gave me this card, and I was so thankful because it meant a lot. I sold him a Misty before. I feel like I should have given him that Misty though, but I think if anything that Misty went towards my collection, if anything. But I was so happy to have this card added to my collection, and I was so happy to meet Jack. I also won his giveaway that he had for a Hidden Fates ETB. I pulled the Eevee out of there and a few other good cards, but the Eevee is probably the card that stood out the most. And it was such a cutie patoot. But also, this is a cutie patoot. This is such a great card, and I'm so thankful for it. So thank you, Jack. If you ever watch my video, I just hope I appreciate you. I appreciate this card, and I hope you're doing well. And I know that life is busy, but I send nothing but positive and good vibes to you and to your family. But all right, let me go ahead and put this in. So I did not pay for this card. This was a card that was a gift to me, and it was just a gift that I'll never let go of, to be fair. Next up, let me grab my other cards. Next up, we have our Indonesian Bliss Eevee, and you honestly can't really tell the difference when it comes to the English and the Indonesian, because if you look at the only way you can really tell is by looking at the wording. So you can see the attacks are two different attacks, and they are in two different languages. However, the Indonesian card uses also, what's the word? I believe it's like Arabic lettering. So whereas it compared to a Japanese card, it does not look the same. But the thing is, with Indonesian cards, you do not have that same quality that you do with English cards. And I was so happy to have found this card. I paid, let me check. I paid $20 for it. Yeah, I was so happy to have found it. And, oh, just look at that. There may be some edge wear and stuff like that, but honestly, I don't care. I'm so happy to have found it and to add it to my collection. I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for a lot of things. The one thing I'm thankful for most is finding my cards that I would like to add to my collection. But also, I'm thankful for a lot of the good people that I have met in the hobby. And there's a lot of great people. I would love to, like, just... there's so many good people. I'm so very appreciative. During the time that I spent on my Instagram account, I met a lot of good people, and I met a lot of stinky people, in my personal opinion. But I also made a lot of mistakes during the time of dealing with the stinky people, because I let them, if anything, I allowed their influence to get to me, and I realized that that wasn't a good thing for me. But moving on, we are showing a gorgeous Japanese Bliss Eevee. Look at that. Look at that cutie patootie. Look at that. And I paid $25.80 for it. But now it's gone up to $40. Jesus Rice. Oh well, I paid $25.80 for it. I'm thankful for that price. I didn't want it to go any higher. I believe I didn't know what was happening with alternate arts, to be fair. So I'm very happy to have it for the price that I have it at, because I bought this card. Last year in May. See, as you can see, like, card prices vary. It just depends on what people want, what people enjoy, what the market's like, and it's something very... crazy, cuckoo bananas in my personal opinion. But next we have our Chinese Blissey, which I believe is pronounced as happiness or joy egg, or what was the other? There was another. No, wait, happiness is in Japanese, I believe, but joy egg is a rough translation. But let me look up to see how to pronounce Blissey, because now I really want to know. But where's the Chinese? The Chinese card, I paid $26.99, and yeah, I was just, yes, look at it. Look at it. It's such a cutie. Such a cute card. Cute. Super cute. I love Blissey. Blissey is probably one of my favorite cards. When I played, the first game that I ever played growing up of Pokemon was not blue or red or yellow or green or whatever, the flip flop flapjack. It was Crystal. Crystal was my first Pokemon game that I ever started off with. And so Totodile is one of my favorite starters. Feraligatr is literally my favorite crocodile. Or, yeah. Was he a crocodile or an alligator? He's a big jaw Pokemon, I believe. But he's a cootie patootie in my eyes. He's such a great Pokemon. And the one thing that I really loved about Blissey in Crystal was that it was so hard to find a Chansey in the Kanto region. And I was just so happy that I finally found one. And we'll get back to seeing how the translation for Blissey is in Chinese and in Korean. But yeah, let us continue on to our Korean Blissey V. And I paid a little bit more. I paid $27 for this one. So I'll go ahead and show you guys the price. But again, as you can see, there's a print line up there. But I don't care. I don't care. As long as the card is just in a reasonable condition, I believe. Or it's just a card. I'm going to be honest. Sometimes I buy Saya Tsuruta illustrated cards or Kanako Io illustrated cards. And the condition, it can look like it's been ran over by a shopping cart. But I will still get it because I'm just... Sometimes the Japanese cards are very hard to find. Or Korean or Indonesian, or just a variety of things. However, the English cards are a lot more easier to find in my personal opinion, and they're more reasonably priced. But alright, let me go ahead and show you guys the price that I paid. This does not include shipping, biscuits, and it's $27. Such a cootie. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go look up how to pronounce the Blissey in the other languages, because I would like that knowledge, and if you guys would like it too, well then go ahead and stay and wait. Give me a moment. Alright, so I was right about the Japanese pronunciation of Blissey. It is happiness. And then we have the Spanish, we have the French, Lufori, we have the German, Hytera or Hytera. And then we have Korean, which is the similar pronunciation to Japanese, which is happiness. And then we have the Mandarin Chinese translation, which is Xingfu Dan. And then we have the Cantonese Chinese translation, which I'm going to be absolutely honest, I don't know how to pronounce. But then we have a little bit more. We have the Thai, which is Happinat. And then we have the Russian, which is Blissey. And then we have the Hindi, which is also Blissey. Overall, I'm going to also go look up Greedent, because I would like to know that for my personal use. Then finally, we have the Greedent pronunciation. So the first one is in Japanese, which is Yoku Barisu. And then we have the French Rongrigu, I believe that's how you pronounce it. If not, I'm not gonna, you know what, I'm gonna skip over those, because to be fair, I don't want to butcher the language so bad. Then this is Yosin Grisu, which is in Korean. And then we have the Mandarin Chinese translation, which is Kangbao Lishu. And I really want to know what these mean, what these words mean, but to be fair, I will look that up later in my personal time. And then finally we have the Thai version, which is Yoku Barisu, which is similar to the Japanese one, as we can see. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to show you guys that part of my collection. I very much love and appreciate Saya Tsuruta, as you guys can all see. I'm a big fan of hers. I love her artwork. I love these cards that I have in my collection, and I hope to one day get them graded by whatever grading company. Eventually my PSA thing is going to run out, which is fine. I don't plan on renewing anytime soon because, in my personal opinion, the economy is in such a bad place that I believe it would be financially responsible of me to put my money towards more saving right now. And I will still continue collecting. However, I will put my money aside to continue to save, so that way I can have a safety net in the long run. But I just want to say, if you guys do that, that's fine. You don't have to. You don't have to do what I say. I'm going to be absolutely honest. I enjoy collecting. However, I also enjoy having some money to land on in case of emergency, because I believe that we are getting to that point in our lives where we kind of need to save. But I do have if anything, I do have some savings, but also I'm paying the tax man back, which is fine. I mean, we all do. We're adults. That's one thing that we have to do as an adult, is pay the tax man. But I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, and if you're not, I truly hope it does get better. I just want to say, take care, and I hope you're safe out there. The world is a scary cuckoo bananas place, and I just want to say I hope you all stay safe and keep an eye out for those who you can. Stay safe. Yeah, be safe out there.